Imagine going from being hailed as the face of Bronx drill to suddenly feeling the weight of scrutiny from the same fans who once adored you. That's the reality Ice Spice is grappling with today. But how did it come to this? Her rise felt like a modern fairy tale. With viral TikTok anthems like Munch, Feelin' You, cosigns from superstars like Nicki Minaj and Taylor Swift, and gracing magazine covers, Ice Spice quickly became a Gen Z icon. Her raw confidence and catchy hooks set her apart, and all signs pointed to her being music's next big thing. But when you climb fast, the world often waits for you to fall. Now, the rapper who once seemed unstoppable is facing fan backlash and industry skepticism. So, what went wrong? Let's break it down. Fast forward to her debut studio album, the Y2K. World Tour is the debut concert tour by Ice Spice in support of her debut album, Y2K, that was released in July 2024. The project, featuring 10 songs and clocking in at just 23 minutes, had a significant amount of hype. Expectations were sky high, bolstered by an expansive promotional budget and the momentum she had built over 2 years. But when the album dropped, the reception was lukewarm. With around 28,000 units sold in its first week, the numbers weren't catastrophic for a new artist. However, for someone with her level of visibility and investment, it felt underwhelming. Talking about her concerts, specifically fans criticized Ice Spice for playing commercials during her performances. Imagine you've shelled out good money to see your favorite artist live, only to be greeted by ads for a lash brand before the show even begins. Fans didn't hold back. They called her a sellout, saying the move cheapened the experience. One viral tweet summed it up. "Never ever seen an ad at a concert on the big screen." The backlash was immediate and loud, with fans expressing frustration over having their live music experience interrupted by something so blatantly commercial. But some others say it's not a big deal. Sure, artists have been doing the same thing to make money, but was this a step too far? But that's just one piece of the puzzle. Around the same time, rapper Cleotrapa accused Ice Spice of mistreating her during their time on tour. Cleotrapa alleges she was not paid properly, treated unfairly, and left in the lurch, sparking a heated debate online. Fans started to wonder if their favorite star wasn't as down-to-earth as she seemed. But Cleotrapa wasn't backing down. She shared more details on TikTok about feeling mistreated on the tour, from having to change in public bathrooms, to paying for her own hotel rooms, and carrying her own bags, while Ice Spice's were handled by security. She claimed that Ice Spice used her for personal gain, boosting her image while leaving Cleotrapa to cover her own costs.
But you actually have one time to show me that you are jealous, intimidated, untrustworthy, fake, disloyal, and genuine, manipulative, and calculated. And I promise you that will be the last time you ever play with me.
The accusations cast a shadow over Ice Spice's image, raising questions about how fame might have changed her. While some people dismissed Cleotrapa's statements as clout chasing, others couldn't help but notice the silence from Ice Spice's camp. However, the backlash didn't stop there. Ice Spice's noticeable weight loss became another hot topic. Social media was flooded with rumors that she'd used Ozempic, a medication known for its association with weight loss.
Looking like heaven done snatched her waistline, stomach all flat, arms toned. It began to look like it was more than just a weight loss journey. Because I don't know if y'all have forgotten, this chick looked like this as recently as January of this year. Now everyone knows she was on something, and many people swore it was Ozempic.
Now, to be clear, these rumors are just that, rumors. But she began addressing them by posting her workout routine.
Another fan said, Ice Spice just posted her workout routine in order to beat the Ozempic allegations. Yeah, I almost forgot to tell y'all that Ice Spice responded to the concerns. She responded with this frankly low-intensity workout routine to prove to all y'all that she achieved her weight loss cleanly.
But the conversation sparked a broader debate about body image in the music industry. Still, the harshest critique might be the accusation that Ice Spice is an industry plant. Some believe her meteoric rise wasn't entirely organic, pointing to her connections and polished branding as evidence. To these skeptics, Ice Spice's success feels manufactured, not earned. This narrative gained traction, making it harder for her to prove her authenticity. And let's be honest, the industry plant label is a tough one to shake. Once it's out there, it lingers, casting doubt on everything from your talent to your work ethic. However, here's where it gets deeper. Ice Spice's rise wasn't purely organic. Like many before her, she benefited from a system that rewards certain aesthetics and narratives. Her racially ambiguous look and lighter skin tone, while not her fault, undeniably played into the industry's colorism and Eurocentric beauty standards. While many fans love her playful bars and catchy beats, others argue her tracks lack depth and variety. The comparison to other artists in her genre hasn't always been kind. Critics say she's relying on a formula that's already wearing thin. Yet, even here, there's a flip side. Her defenders argue that she's carving out her own lane, and her sound resonates with a generation that values vibes over virtuosity. In the midst of all this drama, some are wondering if Ice Spice's career is in trouble. The rapper, who rose to fame almost overnight, is now facing a noticeable decline in popularity. Her monthly listeners on Spotify have dropped dramatically, from 45 million in 2023 to less than 17 million in 2020s. Her debut album, Y2K, didn't hit the mark with critics or fans, and sales projections are underwhelming. There's talk that Ice Spice's rapid rise via social media might have hurt her artistic development, with some questioning her ability to sustain long-term success. Fans have started to notice an unusual pattern in her lyrics. Ice Spice is literally never beating the allegations. Fans begin to point out that almost every song has a lyric in it about poop. It doesn't make sense why she keeps doing this, and fans are wondering if something is wrong with her.
She thinks she's so awesome. Her man on my DM so fast. Poopy, poopy, out my ass. One poop can tail and riddle and rhyme. I'll make sure you have a poopy time. All the places you go in this poopy place with a
This music lyrics has sparked endless memes and debates online. Some fans find it funny and endearing, while others can't help but disgust. One of her songs, BB Belt, has the line,
And I BB my belt. I'm as poopy, but I never smoke.
This isn't a one-off lyric either. No, this is a recurring theme. There are so many Ice Spice songs where she somehow manages to work in references to poop, farts, and bodily functions. And the craziest part? People notice. In fact, it's gotten so bad that even major media outlets like Complex ranked her poop bars. How did we get here? How did the music industry get to a point where one of its biggest stars is known for rapping about bodily functions? Honestly, what kind of Ice Spice's fetish or weird obsession that she has going on lately? A lot of people have just been getting really annoyed with Ice Spice, like she has just continued to show this weird support for the poop community and for like this farting community. Many people are just saying, okay, Ice Spice, she's just not a good rapper, all right? And when you're not a good rapper, you don't really know what to rap about. Therefore, if rapping is not one of them, twerking is. You see, Ice Spice is so good at twerking. Ice Spice is often seen either performing on stage or in a video shaking it. But here's the thing. Twerking, no matter how good you are, can get repetitive. It's become part of her act. And like her music, it feels a bit like a gimmick now. Can you remember a show where she didn't twerk? It's hard to picture her performance without it. The problem is, people are starting to get bored. Fans have begun criticizing the same old routine, asking for something different. The real question is, why is Ice Spice's popularity fading? Critics and fans began to question whether her success was driven more by her image than her artistry. While her early hits were undeniably catchy, they lacked the lyrical depth or musical innovation to sustain long-term interest. As the novelty wore off, so did the excitement. However, one of the main issues is that Ice Spice relying on the same gimmicks, twerking, childish poop bras, clashing with other artists, and repetitive lyrics. The other issue is that Ice Spice's brand has been heavily linked to her body and her image. While she may have built a massive following with her twerking and her looks, people are starting to get tired of it. And when she changes her look, her fan base shifts too. But here's the thing, backlash doesn't have to be the end of the story. It can be a turning point. Ice Spice has the opportunity to address these criticisms head-on and evolve as both an artist and a public figure. Whether she chooses to do so will determine not just her career trajectory, but how she's remembered by the fans who once saw her as the future of rap. And maybe that's the real story here. Not the backlash itself, but how Ice Spice will rise from it. Because if there's one thing the music world loves as much as a meteoric rise, it's a comeback. The question is, will she make it? If you enjoyed this breakdown and want to keep up with stories like this, don't forget to hit that subscribe button.